Today we are going to be playing 10,000 Pizzas Please. This is a demo and I honestly don't know too much about it except that it involves a lot of pizzas and automation, which both of them I like. We're supposed to be feeding some aliens from what I've seen in the description of the game, so let's start with a tutorial and see what's going on with that. Welcome to 10,000 Pizzas Please. Feeding the aliens here is going to be quite a challenge. Let's build our factory and make it happen. All the machines are paid, but I gave you a lot of money for training. Okay. First, let's place a dough container. So we click, we drop it into the grid. Now let's press the dough we got from containers. So I guess we need a press machine. Machines consume energy, so I'm giving you plenty. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Okay, so in the actual game I need to kinda make sure that I don't use all the energy. Now let's add some sauce by a sauce machine. Okay, I mean, it's normal to make a pizza. We're making great progress. Now let's add cheese to our dough. Okay. Let's add some pepperoni topping now. Pepperoni crate. So do we add it here? Now we're going to slice the sausage using the slicing machine. Oh, I see what is going on. Which one is the slicing machine though? Oh, you can't scroll. It's just the other way around. Okay, never mind. So slice machine. So we used 20 energy already. Let's combine the sliced sausage with our dough and then buy a merge machine. Okay, so where is the merge machine? Merge machine is in here. So we put that there. So they go like this and then it combines that. Okay, makes sense. Pizza is almost ready. We need to bake the dough. So obviously we need an oven for that, and probably now we need some conveyor or something. By a packing machine. Okay. Package machine. Time to deliver. Oh, I like this. So basically you're making money based on how many pizzas you're actually selling. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this game a lot, to be honest. Welcome back to 10,000 Pizzas, please. Now you're ready to build your own system. Okay, I like that tutorial. So now we need to do 100 margarita pizzas, so no toppings. We start with 60 energy and $120. So let's see if I can make this happen. So what do we need? Let's see if I got this. So we need materials, for which we need a dough crate, right? Can I move these is the question. Okay, so I can sell it. How much does it cost? It costs 20 and I get 15 back. Okay, so we are losing money, which is good to know. I'm gonna try to make it work regardless. So let's do pizza machine. Then we know that we need a press machine to press the dough. Then we definitely know that we need a sauce machine, cheese machine, an oven, and then a package machine. So you can rotate, place, or sell the things. So obviously in this situation, I think it's easier to actually start backwards. So like that the box goes here last, because now I need to use an extra conveyor belt, which costs 10. So that means that I will actually lose money basically. So how do I do this now? I have the oven, I have everything sorted. So how do I start? Oh, I just click on the arrow. Okay. So we're making the pizza. Adding the cheese, bake it, it goes into the box, straight out. Okay, so that is 100 of them that we need to wait for. Is there some kind of speed that I can do? Oh, I suppose that I can do this backwards, right? So for example, I can do packing machine here, an oven there, cheese machine, sauce, press, and then a dough crate over here. So now we should have double pizza making. Oh, this don't actually work. So I need to... Oh, you can't rotate them anymore after you place them. So I'm definitely losing a good bit of money here. So I need to pay attention to the arrows. Okay, I didn't notice that at the start. So that is a good thing to know now. So we need a sauce machine. And then we need a press machine. I don't think the dough matters, right? Because the dough just goes through and that should be it. I hope. No, that doesn't seem to be the case either. Okay, so it does look like the dough crate matters as well. So everything matters. So we need to make sure that we put them in the correct direction for everything to be working. And also from what I've... Oh no, they do replenish. I thought that it doesn't replenish and I'm gonna have to buy more. So it doesn't matter if they overlap, which is a good thing. They do seem to be just working. So let's test now. For example, there was that... that's a merge machine. I thought that that would be a split machine. So I could do something, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So I would assume, let's see if I would do this, for example. Can I do a conveyor belt that goes down onto that one, right? And then we can do the same kind of thing that we did before, where we do a box, an oven, cheese. Oh, I don't have energy. Okay, never mind then. I guess I could in theory do a conveyor belt that goes down. Would that work? And then to have a pizza box, well, a packaging machine over here, right? I don't know if that's gonna work, so I'm just gonna have to try it. Then we need an oven, cheese machine. No, I'm still out of energy. I can only place 3 things for that to work, which doesn't seem to be the case. So if I can only place 3 machines, I don't know what else I could be doing differently, because it does seem to be that I can just do 2 lines and that's it. Money definitely doesn't seem to be the problem with the game, because I feel like you can make a few and then expand on your operation, but it does feel like the energy is definitely an issue. So maybe if I would have done this backwards and I would have thought about it a bit, maybe it would have been working a bit better and I could have made it in a way where things merge together. I need to test how all these conveyors are actually working, and maybe we can figure out a different kind of machine. I feel like the next one would be even trickier, because it's probably going to be some kind of pepperoni thing or something like that. So I'll have to get a slicer and stuff like that. So we do have a good bit of money, and I suppose they do transfer from one to the other. Can I buy... Oh, I managed to get 100. Okay, next chapter. So energy I have the same. It costs an extra 50. No, sorry, it costs $300 to get an extra 50 energy. So you can buy energy. So now I need to create 200 pepperoni pizzas. So let's see here. I will do the packaging machine over here. because I feel like it's better. Then we need the oven. We need the cheese machine and the slicing machine. They need to be together going into a merge. That's how it was. So the merge, I believe, should be over here. And then we have a slice machine there with the pepperoni crate here. And then if we go back to the machines, we would have the cheese machine there, sauce, press machine, and then the dough crate. Would that be correct? I feel like that's right. Adds the cheese, then pepperoni gets added, goes straight into the oven. Yes. Okay, so it can be done. It did cost me 35 energy. So in theory, I can definitely increase the production. I don't know how exactly would work when you get further into the game, but for a demo, I feel like it teaches you what you need to know about the game. And obviously, the more you play it, the more you can actually expand. So let's see over here. So we do this, then we need an oven. Oh, hold on. I know, I messed up. So we need the box there. Then we need the oven to go down. Then we definitely need the merge machine over here. We will then need the slicer on one side and then the cheese machine on the other. We then need the sauce machine just before that. Oh, I don't have enough energy. Okay, never mind. I can't buy any because I need to sell more pizzas. But actually, it seems like this is kind of slow. So what I could do is sell all these. I know I lost some money again, but that's how you learn, I guess. Then we can do a cheese machine over here. Then we can do the slice machine over there. We get the pepperoni over on this side. Then the sauce machine right there. Then we need the press machine. And I don't think I can do the dough. Or does that? Oh, the dough doesn't require energy. Okay, so that's fine. So now in theory, both of these should be working at the same time. And then we should be getting like pizza after pizza. Or does that get stuck? Okay, so that actually gets stuck in there. Which is definitely not ideal. Ooh, I was hoping that that's gonna work. Apparently I was wrong. I would definitely like to see something in the game that allows you to redo this without losing money. That would be really nice so you can learn, especially maybe in the first few levels. Even though money doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. But I would like to be able to move these around. Because selling them kind of penalizes you a lot. And I feel like if you'd be a bit less penalized, you would be enjoying the game a bit more. So I have insufficient energy still. Right, so I think I will just have to wait until I get $300 and buy more energy. Or else we would be here way too long. That's the big issue that we have right now. Okay, we got 300. So what happened? Oh, I got 60 out of 110. Never mind. I thought I got scammed. I did think I got scammed. So let's sell these then. So we can do the pepperoni crate over here. And then we do the slice machine like this. Unfortunately, I do have to sell these because I have to have the cheese machine right there. I think I put it wrong. Yes, I did. And then the sauce machine just before it, with a press machine over here, and then the dough right at the top. So let's see if that's gonna work. Oh, I do need to add the oven. I totally forgot about the oven part. So let's see if that's gonna be... Ooh, so that doesn't seem to be working. So it looks like everything is directional. So it will block the pizza that's coming from the top. So it does have to be a separate thing altogether by the looks of it, which is rather unfortunate. It is a demo, so you know, a lot could change. So I feel like the oven definitely needs to be here because there's no other place it can be. Then we definitely need the merge machine like this. Then we need the cutter like that over here with the pepperoni going like that. Unfortunately, do I need to box it actually? Let's try it. I mean, I can try it, right? It doesn't hurt to try it. So there's a cheese machine over here with the sauce machine there. We can sell those. Then we need a press machine for the dough. And then we need some dough over on this side here. So now if I do that, I don't think it's going to work, to be honest, but I just wanted to try it just to see what's going to happen. So something is blocked. Why is it blocked is the question. Is it because of this? Oh, I think I put the oven... Is something the other way around? I don't think it is. Yeah, the oven is fine. Those are fine. So what's wrong? Why is it stopped? Oh, would it be stopped because I put the merge first? I think it might have been, yes. So yeah, that doesn't work, just as I thought. So it needs to be one higher, actually, which is really unfortunate. So how could I do this instead? Would I be able to, for example... So it does need to come that way. So what if I do a conveyor belt that goes like this? Right, so it doesn't work like that. So I assume... Oh, I don't know how I would do this now. How would you actually move it? Because everything needs to be directional, unfortunately. So I can't just put them whatever way I want. So I suppose the only way to have this done is to build it like this. So to have that there, and then we have press machine, sauce, cheese, then the oven will be there, then we will have the pepperoni crate like that. We will need a slice machine over here, and then we would do the merge machine over on that side, the package over here, and then I'm hoping that the conveyor would just work like that. Whoops, that deleted everything. Okay, I did not mean to do that. So do I need to face the conveyor down for this to work? Let's see if that's gonna do anything. Not exactly sure. It's not 100% certain on how this is going to work. Yeah, so that stops there, so that's not going to work. So it needs to be a conveyor going out. And then how exactly would I turn the conveyor? It doesn't seem that it's going to allow me. And I don't need to merge anything. Unless there's... Yeah, there's nothing of the sort, unfortunately. Okay, so that does pose a problem. So I feel like it will have to be... But I'm pretty sure I've seen in the trailer that you can turn belts. So there must be something that allows you to do it. Do I have to like place it first like that? I don't think so. No, that definitely doesn't seem the case. I wonder how would that work? Is there anything here? No, not really. So maybe... I wonder if I would be able to do this and then add the box over here. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense either. I don't think so, because it's gonna stop as well, right? Yes. So how exactly would you do this? I'm pretty certain there has to be a way. So if I do that, right, I face the arrow down, and then if I do this, is that going to work? It doesn't look like it, so let's try to leave it this way. And then if I do that, no, it still pushes it to the right, so something must be broken over here. I don't remember what did I do. How did that turn the belt? You've seen it earlier, right? The belt was turning. Yeah, doesn't seem to be any kind of way that I can do this, so I guess... And one thing that I actually would want to see again is for this to still run while I'm changing things, because it's kind of not necessarily annoying, but I feel like it kind of stops you while you want to think. For example, you can't really think on the grid if you have to wait for the machine to run. So when I go into the shop, I wish the machine would still be running while I am working on something. You see, now it just stopped. So what I'm thinking over here is that this machine needs to be something like that. So we need this, then we need the oven, right? Before the oven, we need a merge machine, which can be like that. Then for the materials, we know that we need a slice machine over there. So what if I put a belt now? That still won't connect. Can I do this? Oh, here we go. I managed to turn it. Okay, that's a good thing. I did manage to turn it. So we will do... What do we want to do from over here? I feel like we want to do the sauce and cheese part from this side. So it's gonna be cheese, sauce over here, the press, and then we need the dough from that side. And then from over here, we just need the pepperoni on that side. And then we need a slicing machine like that. So now it should be working. I think the way I did it, I just dragged it that way and it seemed to have worked. Let's try to see if I can... If I do, for example, an oven here and a package machine there, am I able to turn this? No, that didn't work. So how did I do it? Did I do it this way? Yeah, that places it down straight away, and that doesn't work. I don't know how I did it, but it did work, so probably there needs to be some kind of instructions to make it a bit easier to understand. But we are producing at double the speed now, which is really good to see. And it doesn't look like we would be able to do it much faster, because these need to go in, that needs to function, and then the pizzas just get displayed. So I don't think there would be a faster way to kind of merge these, unless we would be doing some kind of a conveyor belt right before this. So there's a bit of a backlog towards the oven. Maybe that would be the case. I feel like that could be something that would work. Or to put... Maybe I'll try something like that. Does the conveyor actually take energy? So the conveyor doesn't actually take energy, it just needs money. So it could be an idea to put a conveyor before every sauce and cheese thing. So like that, it creates a bit of a backlog. So this might be slightly faster. Because this actually waits for that to finish. So if there would be a conveyor belt there, maybe it would go slightly faster. Yeah, I'm gonna try that in the next one. And we are done! Okay, let's see what the next chapter is. So it's 300 pepperoni, mushroom, olive pizza. Okay, this seems like it's going to be a lot. So what do we have here? So we have olives, we have mushrooms. So I guess every single one of them would require some kind of cutter and a merge. So let's see over here. So we definitely need the box machine at the end, and then the oven going into it. I'm gonna add the conveyor belt in between them, so like that in case the oven is faster than the packaging, we have a buffer. Then I will add one of these machines here and a conveyor belt there. I do hope that we're gonna have enough energy to do this. So we would need to merge the olives, so we would need to do the olives last. So we would do olives over here and a slice machine here. Then we would have the mushrooms coming in next. So the slice machine is going to have to be, hold on, we need to give it a thought here, because the pizza needs to come over like that. So I think we require another one of these merge machines, by the looks of it, which they have to have the entrance over here actually. Okay, so to think this through, we need to do a pepperoni pizza first, then a pepperoni with mushroom, and then mushroom with olives, right? So we need to do... Would I have enough money to kind of try this? So for example, if I do the dough over here in this corner, right? Then we would do the press machine there, which will then put the sauce. I want to have a conveyor in between. Then we will have the cheese over on this side. And then we will need to do pepperoni from there. So we need one of these machines, one of those. And then we definitely need to add the merge machine over there. So that makes a pepperoni pizza. Then from this, we have a pepperoni pizza coming out, on which we need to add mushrooms now. So we do mushroom over here with some slicer, which will make a mushroom pepperoni pizza. And then from this one, we would need to add another one of these merge machines, which will add the olives last. So we need one more slice machine there. And then this should go into the oven. So am I able to do this? It does not look like it. It doesn't look like I can merge it that way, which is a bit sad. So let's do conveyor here. Let's do oven there. And then we can do what we can do. We can do conveyor and like this. That's how I did it before. No, that sold it. I didn't want to sell that. So I definitely need the box to be here. Would I be able to do... Okay, so it needs to be kind of a 3-tier kind of thing for this to be working, by the looks of it. So let's see if I can trick the system. If I do it that way, we can have one more conveyor over here. And then I can put the oven right there. And that should in theory work, I would assume. It's going to be really, really, really slow, but it should be working. I hope. Yes, it does work. It does work. It's definitely basic, and the game definitely needs a bit of work, but I feel like it's a good game. It does have a lot of potential for the automation. I feel like a few things that are gonna be added to it, like if they allow us to rotate things, the merge of the conveyors to be a bit easier, I feel like that would be a really big plus. Because right now I place a conveyor and I lose money, and you need to use 3 of them to let you turn it this way, the way that I did it here. So you basically lose money on something that is not good game design, unfortunately. But I do feel like it has a good bit of potential. So the question now is, would I be able to double my production over here? Now that we know we can turn belts somehow. So let's see, how would we do this? We know we need the packaging over here like that, right? And then we need to have... I want to do the oven like that, with one conveyor belt going down into it. Then I want to maybe try to merge this down. So it does look like it needs to be done this way, even though it doesn't seem to work now. I think I want to do it like as a whole. Yeah, it needs to be 3 at a time. So then we can do the oven now going downwards. So from over here, we only need 1 conveyor belt, and we would need one of the merge machines to be in this spot over here. Then I would be able to add 1 conveyor there. We definitely know we need 1 merge machine like that. So we would need, for example, the olives to go here with one of the slicers. Then over on this one, we would need the mushrooms with one of the slicers. And then over on this side, I definitely know that I need to do a conveyor, something like that, because I don't have the space to do it. I will need 1 merge machine like that. That needs to be the other way around, actually. No, needs to be that way. Yes. Why is it? Oh, because I did the conveyor the other way. Okay, never mind. Okay, so that kind of goes like the conveyor does. I understand it now. So we would need to have another slicer over there with the pepperoni being here. And then I know that I will need the cheese machine. I know that I need the sauce machine. And I know that I would need a press and the dough. So let's see how would I be able to do this. So we can probably try to bring this from like up here or something like that. Here we go. Then I can do the press going the other way around, and then do the dough something like this. So now we should have 2 machines working at the same time. And we will see actually how backlogged the machines get and the actual conveyors. So it does look like they stop. Oh, because this one is put backwards. Okay, so I need to delete this apparently and do it that way. So now I'll be able to see how fast that machine works. Yeah, so by the looks of it, it does look like if I would add a conveyor in between each merger, that would definitely make the whole machine work a bit faster. Because the cutter, I think it's a bit faster, but it waits for the machine to clear before it can send more items, by the looks of it. Or at least that's what I've kinda understood so far. So the game is definitely a bit finicky, it's definitely not perfect, but for an early version of the game, a demo, it seems to be pretty decent. So just gonna wait here, finish up the 300 pizzas, and we'll see if there's any other levels after this. Well done! So it looks like that's the demo. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you got a bit of a feel of what the game feels like. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, maybe drop a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again with the next demo. Bye!